Hi, and welcome to Only 3.0. Hope you're having a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. So, in this video, I want to touch on a very important and interesting subject, and it's about how do you understand the sentiment in the market? How do you get a gauge for how various market participants are thinking, um, and what kind of indicators you can use to give you an idea of what kind of market we're in, i.e., is it a bull market where the sentiment is positive, where people are most likely to buy coins, buy NFTs, buy various assets, or is it a bear market where people's sentiment is likely to be more leaning towards selling assets, selling NFTs, and being more fearful? So how do you do this? So obviously today's a green market, and the market has been kind of on a decent bounce after the recent um, down days. So that's positive. So I want to introduce you to an indicator called the Fear and Greed Index. Very important index. You can locate it here at this website, alternative.me/crypto fear and greed index. So what this gives an idea of, it gives an idea of what is the prevailing sentiment in the market at any moment in time. And it usually swings from extreme fear, greed, and extreme greed. So obviously, when markets are in extreme fear, that's when you've got the most kind of reserved action in the market. That's when there's likely to be more sellers. That's when prices are likely to be suppressed because we don't have much buying activity. That's when people are either selling or in a wait and see attitude. There's not really a point where people are accumulating and are going heavy into any asset, whether that's crypto, stock, or whatever. But this is just, we're just talking about crypto. So but obviously, there's a big correlation between crypto and other markets. So you find that whatever the crypto fear and greed index reads, you'll find similar action happening in other markets across the patch. But in terms of just focusing our attention onto crypto, so fear and greed index reading right now is 20. And as we can see here in the historical values, now we're in extreme fear 20, and last month was in just fear at 28. So it shows that the sentiment is kind of went down by 8 in a month. So it would indicate that market participants have probably become a bit more fearful than they were last month. Obviously, there's lots of factors that could account for this, like the Federal Reserve raising interest rates, obviously causing the instability in the market, the strength of the dollar. Again, people rushing to safe haven assets mean that they're coming away from risky assets like cryptocurrencies. So that could explain some of the change in sentiment. But this is a very important indicator because what it shows you is how the market participants at any moment in time are feeling. So let me give you an indicator of how strong this index is. So if you look at the fear and greed index here on a 1 year reading, so as we all know, around this time here in late October, November 2021 was the peak of the crypto bull market. And if you look at the fear and greed index here, it's significantly high values. Your 80s and your high 70s, etc. So this is when the market was in extreme greed, and this is when you had the most bullish sentiment. People were buying. There was lots of pump articles all around the media. Twitter army was out talking about cryptocurrencies. But as the market crashed later that year, you could see the fear and greed index really falling off a cliff and really falling. And these low values have been indicative of where the market has been since. Kind of low. We saw a little mini pump up here, but then the market just pretty much has been subdued since then. And what we find is, when it's at these low points of around your 10 to 20s, it's kind of indicative of when there's a lot of fear in the market, so prices are likely to be low, lots of sell-off. But what I find interesting about this is that it could probably give us some indication of when the sentiment is changing. Because if you look at here, late June this year was probably when we had one of the peak capitulation events in the cryptocurrency markets. If you look at any price charts, you would see kind of a big sell-off around this period where prices were at the lowest they've probably been throughout this bear market. And ever since then, if you have a look, you see that the sentiment has been steadily rising. It's been a nice steady uptrend, and that's corresponded with when prices rebounded from those late June lows. So this is a very important index, very important crypto indicator to familiarize yourself with, to understand it, to know how it works, and to put this in your arsenal of tools you use to give you an idea of what kind of market it is, and also let you know if we're in a bull market or bear market, and also probably gauge when there could be a reversal back towards a bull market. So hope you like the alpha there. Hope you found lots of value in this. Thank you for tuning in to Only 3.0. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment and share. Thank you very much. Have a good day, everyone.